Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we're taking a journey into the heart of winter, where the sun sets early and shadows grow long. We're talking about 10 true stories of survival and horror, the kind that make you pull the blankets up tight and pray for morning. From the frozen Sierra Nevada to the wind-swept plains, winter strips us bare, revealing raw, primal instincts. So gather close, friends, and listen well. Let's begin. Picture this. The year is 1846. A wagon train rumbles across the American West, chasing the promise of a new life in California. The Donner Party, full of hope and optimism, didn't know that winter was coming, a brutal, unforgiving winter that would trap them high in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Imagine the biting wind howling through the mountain passes, the snow piling up, turning the world into a white, silent tomb. Food supplies dwindled, hope flickered and died. They were starving, you see. Starvation twists thoughts, makes monsters out of ordinary folks. They ate their oxen, their leather, even boiled the bones for a taste of something, anything to keep the hunger pangs at bay. And then the whispers started. The Donner Party story is a stark reminder of winter's unforgiving nature, a testament to the fragility of human life when faced with the raw, untamed power of the natural world. The Rocky Mountains, a place of rugged beauty but also of unforgiving wilderness. It was here that Alfred Packer, a mountain guide with a sinister secret, led a group of prospectors on a journey into the heart of winter. They were searching for gold, but what they found was far more terrifying. Imagine a group of men, lost and starving in the snow-covered wilderness. Packer, a man hardened by the frontier, saw a way out, a gruesome solution to their predicament. When spring finally arrived and Packer stumbled out of the mountains alone, his story unfolded like a nightmare. Alfred Packer's tale is a stark reminder of the thin veneer of civilization that separates us from our basest instincts. High in the Colorado Rockies, nestled among the towering peaks, lies the old mining town of Silver Plume. It's here that the story of Emma Crawford unfolds, a tale of love, loss, and a haunting that spans a century. Emma, a young woman full of life and dreams, arrived in Silver Plume in the late 1800s. She fell in love with a local miner and they planned to marry. But fate had other plans. Emma contracted tuberculosis, a death sentence in those days. On her deathbed, she made her fiancé promise to bury her on top of nearby Prospect Mountain. Years passed, and then the whispers started. People claimed to see Emma's ghostly figure, dressed in a white gown, wandering the mountainside. Now, every year, the town of Silver Plume holds the Emma Crawford coffin races, a strange and slightly morbid tribute to the young woman who met an untimely end. Emma's story is a haunting reminder that even in death, love and longing can bind us to this earthly plane. Imagine a small town blanketed in snow, the silence broken only by the whistle of the wind. This is Circleville, Ohio, and in the winter of 1968, a chilling series of events began to unfold, known as the Mystery of the Circleville Letters. It started with a handwritten letter delivered to a local woman containing accusations, threats, and intimate details of her life. More letters followed, spreading fear and paranoia like a virus. The writer, hiding in the shadows, seemed to know everyone's secrets, their darkest fears. The town was gripped by suspicion, neighbors turning on each other. Despite numerous investigations, the identity of the Circleville writer remains a mystery to this day. The Circleville Letters stand as a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk in the most unexpected places. It's a story that makes you question the nature of truth and the power of secrets. Let me tell you about the Wendigo, a creature born of the coldest, darkest depths of winter. Imagine the vast, unforgiving wilderness of the Canadian forests, blanketed in snow, the silence broken only by the mournful cry of the wind. It's here that the Wendigo is said to roam, a creature of immense size and power, its heart filled with an insatiable hunger for human flesh. They say the Wendigo was once a man, a hunter who lost his way during a harsh winter. John Bear, a Cree trapper, claimed to have encountered the Wendigo in the winter of 1907. The Wendigo is more than just a monster. It's a manifestation of winter's cruel grip, a symbol of the darkness that resides within us all. Gather close, children, and listen well as I tell you about the Snow Queen, a figure of chilling beauty and icy power. Imagine a palace of ice, shimmering beneath the aurora borealis, ruled over by a queen with a heart as cold as the winter wind. Her touch can freeze your soul, her kiss can steal your memories, leaving you lost in a world of eternal winter. Remember the tale of Kai, the young boy stolen away by the Snow Queen. His heart, pierced by a shard of ice, forgot the warmth of love, the comfort of home. Only the unwavering devotion of his friend Gerda, who braved blizzards and faced down talking ravens, was able to melt the ice and bring him back from the brink. The Snow Queen's story is a cautionary tale reminding us that winter's beauty can be deceiving, its embrace both alluring and dangerous. And March 12th, 1888. A day that began like any other, the air crisp with the promise of spring. But by midday the sky had darkened, the wind howling like a banshee. This was no ordinary storm, this was the great blizzard of '88, a tempest that would paralyze the eastern seaboard and etch itself into the annals of history. Imagine a swirling maelstrom of snow, blinding whiteout conditions, winds exceeding 45 miles per hour. The storm raged for over 36 hours, burying cities and towns under mountains of snow. New York City, the bustling metropolis, ground to a standstill. The blizzard of '88 serves as a stark reminder of nature's raw power, its ability to bring even the mightiest cities to their knees. It's a story of survival, of resilience, and of the enduring human spirit that shines brightest in the face of adversity. Let me transport you now to the desolate moors of northern England, where the wind howls through ancient ruins and shadows hold their breath. It's here, in the imposing manor known as Croglin Grange, that a chilling tale unfolds, a story of Gothic horror and spectral terror. Picture this: a winter night, the air thick with frost, the only sound the crackling of a fire in the old manor's hearth. A young woman, newly arrived at Croglin Grange, prepares for bed, unaware of the darkness that lurks just beyond her chamber door. As the night deepens, she's awakened by a strange scratching sound coming from the wall. Curiosity gives way to terror as a grotesque skeletal hand bursts through the crumbling plaster. The woman screams, her cries echoing through the empty halls of the manor. The tale of Croglin Grange is a classic example of Gothic horror, a genre that thrives on atmosphere, suspense, and the unsettling feeling that something is not quite right. High in the Colorado Rockies, perched atop a windswept mountain pass, stands the Stanley Hotel, a grand old building with a dark and storied past. It was here, in the solitude of a long winter, that Stephen King found inspiration for his iconic novel, The Shining. Imagine the vast, echoing hallways of the Stanley, the silence broken only by the creaking of floorboards and the distant howl of the wind. Room 217 in particular is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. Guests have reported strange noises, cold spots, and even the feeling of being touched by unseen hands. King himself claimed to have experienced the Stanley's eerie atmosphere firsthand. The Stanley Hotel stands as a testament to the power of place to inspire both creativity and fear. Gather round, friends, as the fire crackles and the snow falls outside, for it's time to delve into a tradition as old as time itself, the telling of ghost stories at Christmas. While we often associate this time of year with joy and merriment, there's a darker side to the season, a fascination with the supernatural that has been passed down through generations. Imagine Victorian England, a time of gaslight and shadows where families gathered around roaring fireplaces on long winter nights to share tales of the unexpected. These weren't your typical gruesome horror stories. They were often tales of redemption, of spirits returning from beyond the grave to right wrongs, or offer comfort to the living. Think of Charles Dickens's A Christmas Carol, a story that perfectly encapsulates the Victorian fascination with ghosts at Christmas. Scrooge's spectral encounters force him to confront his own mortality, his past mistakes, and the true meaning of the season. So, as you gather with loved ones this Christmas, remember that, amidst the laughter and carols, there's a long tradition of embracing the eerie. Well, folks, there you have it. 10 chilling tales to keep you warm, or maybe send a shiver down your spine this winter. Remember, these stories are more than just entertainment. They're glimpses into the human condition, reminders of our own mortality, our capacity for both good and evil. If you enjoyed these tales, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more spine-tingling content. And don't forget to share your own chilling winter stories in the comments below. Until next time, stay warm.